much improvisation is possible in studio, I think it's partly because we played live together so much that we know each other's way of playing a lot.
Yeah, and I think it was something we wanted to do in studio, and try to create a lot of the songs that way, as we were literally sitting together in a beautiful studio in beautiful Sunndal and looking at the nature and playing.
Yeah, we have actually some photos, but I want to play the song first, because now Frode has worked like a little angel behind the scenes, so now you have put us on YouTube too.
Yeah, I think so. I hope so. But now all the people that were thinking about being on YouTube, they are probably doing something else now. But
yeah.
But it's live there now.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, we're gonna play Når mørket faller. Jon Ivar Sandvik sier Når mørket faller, we like that very much. Hilsen fra Stjørdal. Gunhild og Jon Ivar. Thank you so much. We're gonna play it now. And we're gonna do the improvisation part as well, so we're gonna see how that turns out now. Vekk meg opp når mørket faller, la meg få lykta du bærer på. Inn i skog, når mørket faller, det er kaldt. Natta er våt og sval. En dag skal jeg kalle deg inn, til da blir alt som det er. En dag skal jeg kalle deg inn, til da blir alt som det er. Ild tar fatt når mørket faller, varmer godt en kropp som er forvist. Det er kaldt når mørket faller, vet du hvor du finner meg igjen. En dag skal jeg kalle deg inn, til da blir alt som det er. En dag skal jeg kalle deg inn, til da blir alt som det er. Thank you, Frode. You've been playing live with me also. Yeah. Wonderful.
Good. Good. Great.
Okay, thank you
Beautiful.
so much for very nice comments and hearts in the chat. I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, people are saying total goosebumps. Marte Normann Einum is saying nydelig. Christiane Løken, great. Morten Bakke is watching. Marie C, so beautiful. So yeah, no,
Wonderful.
people are enjoying it.
And John Yu asked, what is this song called? I love it. It's called Når mørket faller.
And what does that mean?
Somewhat.
Exactly. That's a good point, because I think that everybody understands, of course. It means when darkness falls. Yeah. So it's to say a little bit about what I was thinking about when I wrote the lyrics of the melody. I thought that it was going to be like a little enchanting somebody into the forest a little bit. But metaphorically, it's about finding these places to go where you can hide a little bit. So when darkness falls, you are a bit more like a free spirit. You can go wherever you want and into the woods, for instance. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Good.
I wanted to, because we prepared, because when, okay, I'll go back. When Jostein and I started making the songs ready for studio, we had a long pre-production phase. Pre-production basically means that we are putting all, it means for Jostein and me, it means that I make some songs, I bring them to Jostein, he puts them on his guitar thingy and we play around with it and we see what works in a way. And because we decided quite early that this was going to be songs that was quite personal, it was a little bit back to basic, it felt natural to play, to sing in Norwegian. And we found out that we needed to go somewhere where we could kind of be in the nature, so to speak, where we kind of felt that the inspiration came from. So Jostein, you and your wife Ragnhild, you have a hytte in Kalvika in Surnadal, where you grew up. So we were so happy that we could stay in that place. Frode, do you have the photo that I sent you?
I do. At least.
I missed that place, to be honest. That was well, it's
yeah.
Can go there this summer. I don't know.
I know. Jostein, we see the photo from the view from your kind of outside in the garden of your hytte over the fjord. So I definitely can imagine why you want to go there in the summer. So hopefully that will happen. And after we finished the pre-production, we wanted to record in the studio to kind of keep the same feeling of nature, tranquility, being close to the natural elements, so to speak. So we found a studio in Surnadal. And it's a farm that has been rebuilt into a wonderful studio. It's called the Dream Farm Studios. Can you show that video, Frode, where that I made? Some of you might have seen this on Instagram, but it's some time ago now. So we can just have a look and see. This is a little bit of atmosphere that it was like in the studio. Hello, we are now in a very beautiful place called Surnadal, where we have found this studio, and we are going to record the very early beginning of a new album. And I will take you into this old barn that they have changed. Here's Jostein preparing. Here is the vocal place, and here is the control room, very beautiful. And here is the huge recording room, where they are now setting up everything. And you can see the beautiful window. Yes, beautiful people. See you soon. Brings back really good memories, that place, I have to say.
Well, yeah, obviously I grew up in that little village, so for me it was a great choice to use that studio. It's strange because when I lived in Norway, I loved going to Liverpool to take people to Park Street, obviously to watch the football as well, and that was like going from Trondheim to Liverpool and work with bands. Now it's the opposite.
Now you
when
take
I live
them
in
back
Liverpool.
home.
Just want to go back. I just want to go back to Sunndal and use the studio there. Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. No, it was a perfect location for us, and it's also sometimes great to get away and we had 2 or 3 days, like you said, production days in our summer house, and it was just great to be able to work and have a nice dinner and then work and I think we did an awful lot then 2 days and so the whole production this time didn't take that long. There was a lot of we did quite a lot as like a pre-production, but the time in studio wasn't that bad. It was like I said before, it was a lot of live takes, and it was really sometimes I don't enjoy the studio process because it can be quite hard. It can be hard.
Yeah.
But it was a good process, and I liked the fact that the way we did it, and I think it suits the songs very well.
Great, thank you. Happy you feel that way. We're gonna play one more song.
Yeah.
And
what song is it now?
It's a song called Svever. Yeah.
Can I say something about that
do.
song before you play? No, it's just interesting because there was a lot of ballads on the album, and we had a lot of songs, and I mean there's probably about 10 songs that some of them didn't make it after the production day, and I think in studio there is at least 2, 3, or 4 songs who's literally being recorded, so maybe sometimes in the future they will be released.
We have something to choose.
It's up to you guys, but the thing with that song is just like that was Svever, and the other one of Brenner Nå was probably the 2 we worked hardest with because they're not ballads, and it was like to try to be like a nice little up-tempo thing on the album, but at the same time keep the atmosphere in the album. That was a little not challenging, but it was a little bit of work. So that's probably where, for me, the key thing was literally Robert Plant, and sometimes the way he approached things on his last solo records. I think he mixes that folk music thing with the rock. So that was the kind of thing I tried to do production-wise with both Svever and Brenner Nå. So I'm quite happy with the way it came out at the end. But that's probably one of the songs that was toughest in studio, time-wise and work-wise.
I know, because and I understand very well, because most of the time I find myself being really wrapped up with melancholy and atmosphere and the kind of minor chords, and all of a sudden when I wrote this song I felt like there are actually some really happy moments in life, and we tend to kind of just rush by them, and I thought we need to stop sometimes and just think, okay, for this little second I felt like really happy, so let's just remember that too. So I wanted to make a song that reminding us that it's okay, you know, to feel also that right now everything fell into place and it was a good time to be. So
and it's a lovely song. It's really a lovely song, and it suits the album very well. I'm made of the way it ended, and looking forward to your
probably
version.
Because you took away more or less everything I did in the studio on that song.
Because Frode played a lot of keyboards that didn't.
No, but I mean, there's a lot of things being taken away there, like the backing vocals on. So it was stripped. A lot of guitars as well, and a lot of it was taken away. The guitar-wise, for me, the whole thing that I was struggling on the guitars as well, but I literally borrowed the guitar I've never played on before, and that's a Fender Jazzmaster. I've never played a Fender Jazzmaster before, and that guitar ended up on the whole album. It was borrowed by a guy from Sunndal, and that was like a kind of gave me some energy to play on an instrument I've never touched before, and so sometimes you just need some kind of energy input.
Okay, let's now hear if we can put some energy into this song, because it's not a very easy song to play.
It's not a piano ballad.
No, no, it's not a piano ballad. Okay, but we will give it a try. Kom nå, ta hånda mi, løp ut i vind. Vis for hele verden hvem vi er. Hvert minutt på dagen kjennes som et helt år. Jeg kan ikke huske sist jeg kjente slik. Len deg tett inntil meg, da lukker jeg øynene. Kan du se himmelen åpner seg, og den verden, den er vår. Alle farger er i oss og overalt, og vi svever. Det vil bli dager der hvor mørket brer seg ut, dager der vi ikke strekker til. Men i dag er alt så vakkert, helt uendelig og kjært. La oss bare ta den tid vi har. Len deg tett inntil meg, lukk øynene. Kan du se himmelen åpner seg, og den verden, den er vår. Alle farger er i oss og overalt, og vi svever, og vi svever. Kan du se himmelen åpner seg, og den verden, den er vår. Kan du se himmelen åpner seg, og den verden, den er vår. Alle farger er i oss og overalt, og vi svever, og vi svever. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's that was this live stream release party version of Svever. Yeah, which means basically floating in air in English. What did you say, Jostein?
So Jure Anheim is also watching. I have to
Yeah,
mention him as
Jure
well.
Anheim.
He did a great job.
He was. Yeah,
And
are you going to
here-
mention him now?
I mean,
Jure Anheim, if you're watching, thank you so much for excellent work with mixing the whole album, because that's also something that people tend to forget, but everything needs a good mix. That's how we basically balance everything, decide what can you actually hear, what's so far behind that you shouldn't hear it, are the drums going to be low, how much reverb, all that is a bit down to the mixing. So thank you so much, you, for that.
And you also play with us live sometimes?
Yeah, Yu plays with us live. He plays the guitar very well. So he and for those of you who watched the Muskus sessions, the live stream that we did on 27th of March, Yu was the guitarist then. So
it's on YouTube now. So
it's on YouTube now. Yeah, it's possible to see.
yeah. No, and it's more than that as well. I mean, obviously, I worked with you for many years, and he's probably one of the few I really trust. Like, you know, he's always a good partner for me to work alongside. I don't think we can say any more good things about him now. He's from a place called Rindalen, and they are not very used to get to say a lot of good things about each other. They are pretty calm and relaxed people. So it's probably enough now.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I just wanted to take in. There was a question here, and it's a bit not so much about the production, but I wanted to take it in because Adriano Salsa, he says, what was the main reason that made you change musical style in your career, and what kind of memories do you have of the metal days? Anna Smiley. And I need to say that the beginning of my career, I was very much into metal, and I still had a classical training on my voice, but my heart was very much in the metal. And the first proper studio albums that we did was with the Third Immortal, and I just want to say that brings out so many good memories, and it's a big part of who I am. It's a big part of the path that I have taken since then. So it's a really important place that I have been. But when I started to do my solo work, it didn't feel that natural to do metal anymore. And I feel like I have evolved through different kinds of electronica and folk and genres, but always been kind of curious of new ways of making music. So yeah, I don't know, Jostein, if you've met a kind of versatile artist the first time that we started playing. That was in 2013 with Time to Tell album. So yeah, we have talked about this a little bit before.
No, and I mean that background is, I mean, it's great, and what is really impressing is like how many people who followed you since them days, and we see them at the concerts, and we see them, you know, and there are probably a lot of them watching this show as well who's been there, and like you are lucky, and you are privileged to have so many fans that's been following and really like your music and really follow you close. And that was a really great eye-opener for me when we started playing. Travel around Europe and play for 100 and 150, but not only playing for numbers like that, but also playing for people who really knew the lyrics. And I mean, they know all the songs. It's very inspiring to play as well. So that's probably the main reason why I really like playing with you, because we play gigs where you really feel that the audience is there for you.
And it's wonderful. And very listening, and so very music interested.
Even when we did the South America tour, which still was an amazing tour, to see like people singing in Norwegian and things like that. Unbelievable.
So much warmth,
great
so much welcoming.
There's many people asking, will there be any translations of the lyrics? Will it?
Yeah, it's a good question, because in the beginning, when I had made all the songs, I thought it was like a easy peasy to kind of just write an English version, but you end up kind of rewriting, because it's not just translating, it's like getting the whole meaning through. So I don't know, somebody said something about perhaps it's Takach Peter, I don't know if I pronounced it right. Perhaps some Norwegian fans could translate the lyrics for us to English. It would be great, and it would really be great, because it's not an easy job. And I say every time I read a book that has been translated, I feel like so much love for the person who's translated, because translating from one language to another, that's not an easy job.
But we will put the Norwegian lyrics on the webpage. It's only Sørgekåpe that's there now, but the Norwegian lyrics will be on the webpage very soon. So at least Google Translate can have a try.
Exactly. Yeah, I like a Google Translate, but it's not perfect. so yeah.
Some really good comments there as well. John Milton likes the album, great songs and great sound. Thank you, John. Very, very good. And there's a guy called Alex Giulani. The new album is amazing, with capital letters.
Thank you.
Great.
Yeah, that's really
what
good.
we want to hear, isn't it?
And also Carlin de Flandre. I just jump into it. Thanks for the Third Immortal feedback, with occasionally some sidestep, like the Sirens take place. The Sirens was a wonderful sidestep. I really, really had a good time with Anneke and Liv Christine. So yeah, if the right project comes along, then of course, because it gives so much energy. It's so much fun, and to share stage with the two so talented singers like they were is a little dream. It's a big dream, really. So yeah, hopefully a new project like that will come along. That will be really good. Should we play another song? How are we with? We have one more song. We have two more songs basically.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But we have one more song coming up now.
A lot of songs on the record.
It is, but I thought I wouldn't play every song on the record, but we're going to play one or two more songs, I think. Yeah, because it's a release party.
You need to play at least. You need to play at least two. Come on. Yeah. What song are you going to play now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I have to say that's one of my favorites.
Okay. One of my favorites too.
Good.
Because again, it's just one of them songs that when I first heard it, it was like literally everything you put on was a threat to the song because the song was so nice with just the voice. And how are we going to do this? And then we ended up with this like really soft guitar, which is like I nearly don't touch the strings at all. And then the drummer came and he said like, I don't want to come in before the second verse or third verse. He should like, so it's I think it's a great thing when you just feel that the song was there straight away. And I love the keys as well on that song. It's really atmospheric, you know, like a little bit like psychedelia, good way. So it's a great song. Great song.
That's good. Good introduction.
Okay. You pay me good money to say that.
Yeah, I do.
Good song.
Okay.
I can see Karstein Mauset is also watching. Need to say thank you to him as well. I borrowed a few instruments from him. That great guitar I borrowed when we did the pre-production was like a very inspiring thing. So thanks, Karstein, for that.
Yeah, and that was an important guitar. Okay, I think we are approaching... No, are we approaching the end of the stream?
Ja, ikke. Kan jeg prate litt om Storefjell? Da vi trenger ikke spille... Ja, altså Blind... Ja,
you need to... Are you going to play Blind?
Yeah, we should play Blind. We did...
Yeah,
I think we should...
You should definitely play. Definitely play Blind.
Okay.
Come on. Can I say something about that song?
Please let us know something about Blind.
Yeah. First of all, I think you should thank me for that album.
I know.
I found that song. To all of you out there, you should give me credit for that, because by accident I found Kari's demo of that song. She didn't want to have it on the album, or it was out so I just found it and I said to Kari, that song, why haven't you presented that to me? No. That's definitely gonna be on the album, I said. So, but I think a lot of records being like that. There's a lot of that's a producer's job, to be honest. And I think one of the biggest rock bands in Norway, DumDum Boys, they didn't want to have Splitter Pine on their album. So there's a lot of stories like that. But Blind, definitely, I'm really happy that came on the album. That's really one of my favorites. I think it's a great song, great lyrics, and I think we managed to do a pretty decent production around it as well. Nice. And I like the fact if people listen, so you can hear that Kari is playing the piano in the beginning and at the end. So it goes from Kari's home piano in the beginning, and it fades over in the production, and it ends with Kari playing the piano. So it's quite happy with that.
Me too. I'm really glad that you found it, because we discussed this the last episode of Behind the Songs. Blind was the main source, and we spoke about it a little bit then, because it's the reason why I didn't want to put it on the album was because I felt that the lyrics were very personal, and I thought also that maybe this is a topic that not so many people find interesting, and then we discussed this a little bit, and I remember you saying also that on the contrary, this topic is for all of us, because Blind...
Yeah, no, I really think it is. I think you changed. I think we were talking about 3 lines. You went home and changed for the better, and that's it. That's where it is today.
Because Blind is about basically taking the time to do everything else, meet everybody, rush from one thing to another, and then basically forgetting those who are closest to you. So yeah. Okay, should we play?
And that's probably one of the easiest titles to understand for English-speaking people as well.
Yeah, because Blind means exactly the same in English and Norwegian. Yeah, blind.
Yeah.
And what?
One of the few words.
Bruno Cuvelier, he asks, how many songs do you have in reserve from the Sørgekåpe sessions?
That's a good question.
There's one great song that you can find on Spotify, to be honest, which is called help me, the duet with Åge Aleksandersen.
And Stille Hilsen.
Stille Hilsen, that's a beautiful song, which we considered to do a new version of, and it's recorded, to be honest, I think.
Do that.
And then there was this song that had the same chords as I Shall Be Released, C minor, E minor, F. Yeah. It's a great song. We might do that as well. I regret that song, to be honest. Sometimes I think about that song. That could be something to release later as well.
Because
that's a great song.
Often when we make songs for an album, there are some songs that they are good, but they don't really go with the rest. So maybe that's one of the reasons why we take it out. So then it could be the starting point of a new production, basically.
I think it's at least 4 songs that's more or less finished. And thank you, Bruno, by the way, for a great review the other day. I read it the other day.
Thank you. Very nice review in Hard Force, France. But I was just thinking, this is a release party. And in the first invitation, I said to everybody on Facebook and on Instagram, and bring a drink to this session. Bring a drink, a coffee or red wine or anything like you like to drink in the Saturday evening, because now for us it's Saturday evening. So yeah.
What are you drinking out there?
What are you drinking out there? So let us know. And cheers, everybody. This is basically the birthday for Sørgekåpe being celebrated. Yeah. So thank you so much for being here with us. It means a lot.
It was somebody who asked, what about Storefjell? Are you not going to say anything about Storefjell?
And that's actually something that we are going to say something about Storefjell. It's so now let's play Blind.
Yeah.
And then we play say something about Storefjell, and then we round up this live stream.
What a plan.
People say I drink pizza, toast, cheers, skål, yes. Skål is the Norwegian word for toast, for salute, no, what's it called? Anyway. Cheers. Let's play a song. Jeg holder deg fast og ømt, jeg hører hjertet slå som i en konkilie, som i vår sang. Dia står stille i et sjeldent øyeblikk, det bare vi, bare vi. Men det nok, det nok? Jeg blind for hva du ber om, for hva du trenger her hos meg? Tar jeg for gitt at du vil bli her når det stormer og når det ler? Jeg blind når du liten, når du gråter, når du svak? Tar jeg for gitt at du forstår at jeg her, selv når jeg blind? Det skjørt, det vi har skapt, puster liv inn i det hver dag, hver gang. Helt stille kjenner vi at det rett å ta tida det tar å være en og sammen. Men det nok? Det nok? Jeg blind for hva du ber om, for hva du trenger her hos meg? Tar jeg for gitt at du vil bli her når det stormer og når det ler? Jeg blind når du liten, når du gråter, når du svak? Tar jeg for gitt at du forstår at jeg her, selv når jeg blind? Wonderful piano playing, Frode. Thank you. Okay, that's Blind as well. Yeah,
Bra, Kari.
we are closing in on our release party now. Yeah, I just have to say that I really, really appreciate all the nice comments about the music, and thank you also for everybody who bought the vinyl and the CD, and because that's also something that I really cherish, the physical side of music, that you're actually releasing something physical. Yeah, and in regards to that, I think we should also. I know somebody else who's watching. That's Håvard Holm, and Håvard has made such a wonderful impact of our team. He's been there all the way, and he's helping. He's been constructive. He books the concerts. He does the web shop, and he is also the architect. I need to say about all the colored vinyls and also the vinyl projects that we do.
And a very important part of the little small record company, Spindelsyn Recordings. Håvard is a major part of that.
Yeah, I hope you heard that.
Yeah.
To the mic. Yeah.
And also go to Håvard is running the smallest shop in Trondheim.
Yeah.
But the coolest shop in Trondheim. It's filled up with merch and music. But he also has this web shop. Aftermath Music. Google Aftermath Music, Håvard's web shop. It's a lot of nice things to buy there.
So if you
come to your albums.
Yeah. So if you come to Trondheim, you should definitely go there because it's worth it. Okay. What we thought that we're gonna share a little secret because we thought we were gonna be able to play Storefjell live with Jostein tonight, but that's technology out of our ability.
Well, I think we could have done it, but the problem, I couldn't hear what I was playing, and you couldn't hear what I was playing, and that's a little bit tricky.
We need a little bit more time, I think. But
maybe one day. Maybe one day.
It's still here. So the thing is that the cat has really taken. It's sleeping on my pedals at the moment behind this screen.
Okay.
So
yeah. So, but still, Storefjell is the final song on the album, and it's very much a song that I'm very fond of. I like it. So I want us to end this release party for Sørgekopp album with the song Storefjell, and we're going to play it from the track. So this is going to be the same track that you have on your streaming services or vinyls and CDs. And and I want to say also thank you so much for being here with us tonight, and thank you so much for all of you who follow my Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. I really, really appreciate it.
Spotify.
And Spotify. And other streaming services. So please follow me there. It means so much. And tell your friends about it if you like it. And stay with us. We're going to make new Behind the Songs episodes because it's such great fun. And thank you so much, all of you. I hope you're all safe. Stay safe. And I hopefully see you soon. And we need to thank you also, Jostein Ansnes, for spending the best hours of Saturday evenings with us.
I will do. Yeah, and obviously I need to tell a little story about Storefjell as well. Every studio session, I'm going to say two things. First of all, every studio session needs a crying moment. And that song, I knew we were on the right track when I played it for Kari and she started crying. So that was just like, okay, cool. Yeah. I think she likes it. But it's a very simple, it might sound very complex, that song, but again, it's another song that we literally did live. What happened was literally I just made a guitar loop in the studio in Sunnhordland, and you see, I'm keep saying Sunnhordland because I'm so in love with that place. I just made this guitar loop, and that was just running. I think it was running and you just sang on top, and I played the acoustic guitar. and that was again one take. So what you hear on the album is the first take. There's no extra layers, there's no extra take, there is one take. So it's live in studio. And then I have to say, there's a beautiful keyboard solo at the end. It's our little, it's not a secret for that both of us like Pink Floyd. So I think that
it's a tribute.
It's a tribute to Pink Floyd.
That moment at the end, there is a little Pink Floyd tribute. It really is. And instead of take it like further with drums and bass and build it up to like a massive thing, we ended in a really, really nice keyboard solo. And again, you did 3 takes, but what you hear on the record is the first take.
And it's a good take.
So everything on that track is first take, even the drums.
That's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. We're gonna stay with you when we watch Storefjell and enjoy the rest of the evening, and hopefully see you all very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being who you are.
Thank you.
Brister mot vinduet du står. Ser på alt og ingenting. Med et så voksen, men et barn på samme tid. Ingen lengter som du. Nå står månen over store fjell, lyser over is og snø. Hjem til verden som den en gang var. Så stiger sola over store fjell. Jeg vet at du skal dra. Gråten kjenner ingen stille ro. Du vil være i mitt hjerte for alltid. Kjære, kjære unge barn. Du vil alltid ha et hjem å komme til. Når verden ute blir for stri. Nå står månen over store fjell, lyser over is og snø. Hjem til verden som den en gang var. Så stiger solen